Hey, you guys, welcome back to some more early morning barking, talking about BPD and MPD by somebody that has both. Bit beardy today, don't pretend you don't like it. So today, we're here to talk about why the narcissist cheats. The evil, cheating narcissist. It's the thing we're all looking out for. It's the thing narcissists do, right? Well, no, it's more complicated and nuanced and all of that. So we're going to spend a long time talking about it. Don't worry, it won't be that long. I'll run out of things to say pretty quick. So I'm guessing that I'm talking to two groups of people. Yeah, I'm now talking to people who have been cheated on and are looking to find out why. And I'm talking to people who have MPD who are going, go on then, tell me why I cheat then. Go on. Okay. Look, I'm sorry if this is upsetting. So let's be fair. First of all, cover a couple of things. You don't have to have MPD to cheat in a relationship. Just because somebody has cheated doesn't mean they have MPD. That is not a qualifier for that. There is no guarantee of anything. You know, I have MPD and haven't cheated. Certainly not in my current or my previous long-term relationships. Maybe when I was like a teenager. I don't really count that. So never as an adult. There you go. It's by no means a guaranteed thing. And I'm not going to sit here and say all narcissists cheat and that sort of thing. And there are all kinds of reasons why people cheat. And we could sit here and debate those all day. There's a damn car alarm going off outside. It's stopped now, thank goodness. So, what I'm going to try and concentrate on is some of the more MPD reasons why a person might cheat. Okay? Again, maybe this will explain your person with MPD, maybe it won't. But don't be watching this going, see, he did this, therefore he has MPD. Because that's not what we're doing here, okay? That's a completely different thing altogether. So, narcissistic reasons for cheating. First of all, you know, we've talked about how MPD comes from trauma. There's something in late adolescence, something horrible that happens. I have my thing. And we sort of get trapped there emotionally when people go through trauma like that. You get trapped at the age that you were to a certain extent. And so as MPD is something that happens to you in late adolescence, you can end up a 45-year-old man with a fairly juvenile attitude towards sexuality and that sort of thing. And so this can feed into other problems related to the MPD, namely fear and shame. Okay? Fear of not being good, fear and shame of not being good enough, of not doing well enough. And don't forget, we're ranking people as well. So maybe the person you're with isn't good enough in some way in your mind. You see, we're very detached from things emotionally like that. We're not, this isn't about you. This is about us. Our value, the worth we put on us, right or wrong, the worth we put on other people, right or wrong, the value we put on sex and relationships, right or wrong. That's what's driving all of this. And so when a person with MPD is cheating, are they cheating because they can and they get away with it? But is it really because they're trying to prove something to themselves that they can? That they are attractive, that they are wanted by somebody? Because, you know, if I'm getting a narcissistic hit out of being wanted by one person, surely if multiple women want me, then that's multiple narcissistic hits. And then one overall big narcissistic hit because lots of women fancy me. And so this becomes like a dopamine narcissistic hit thing. And it's because we're children. We're juveniles. We're not grown up. And we've decided somehow that, you know, being with lots of people, being with not just attractive people, but sort of like classically magazine attractive people is worth something. It means we're better. We like trophy people. And this breaks us, right? This makes us dysfunctional. This makes us not able to be happy in a relationship. Because whatever relationship you're in, there's always something bigger and better, right? There's always somebody better looking or more sexual or whatever. And so you're on this never-ending treadmill of grind, of I'm not good enough. I should be doing better. This isn't good enough for me. I need to validate myself through doing this. And that's what we're doing. We're validating ourselves through doing it. And maybe we're worried that we might be left. Maybe we're worried that the person that we're with might see through us and we need some sort of backup. That people are, it's not quite viewing people as possessions, but viewing people in a very transactional way. Like there are positions to be filled. And, you know, if someone's out, we need someone in to do that job. There's a job needs doing. And we sort of view relationships a bit like that in our lives. And so maybe if we're viewing things like that, then maybe if it comes time that somebody needs firing or we need to start looking for the next applicant, then we view it just like that. It's business. It's transactional. It's what needs to be done. It's reasonable. And maybe we can also be detached from that emotion of it, that empathy. We're not bothered about how you feel. And maybe we kind of expect you to feel how we feel. Because we're viewing the world through our own screwed up lens as it is, you know? And so why the narcissist cheats is actually really straightforward. And I think the problem is that we can blame it on you, right? We can do the whole, look what you made me do. Well, we only had to do that because you won't do this, or you're too much this, or not enough that, or whatever. We can make you feel awful for it. But what it boils down to is our own messed up views of those things, of relationships, of what things are worth, of what people are worth. And it's part of that trauma response. You know? It's that maybe it can be part of that. It's like, I'm going to find lots of people to love me. I'm going to find lots of people who like this. And, it becomes addictive to a certain extent. Like once you've had that hit, you want another hit. I know it's not technically addictive. Don't email me. And the worst thing of it is, I mean, this is our trauma response, but this is how we use it to hurt other people. This is how we don't realize that we shouldn't be out there. We're always looking for that 10, and that 10 isn't out there. And we need to realize that and start working on ourselves. This, when we're doing this, we shouldn't be in relationships. Quite frankly, I don't know if that's too harsh to say or not, but look, if we're doing stuff that hurts people, if you can't stop cheating, then you shouldn't be in a relationship, right? I mean, look, you want to sleep around and you can, fine. I'm not going to tell you not to do that, and I'm not going to judge you based on that, right? And I'm of the belief that a lot of people's opinions against sleeping around a lot are really about their ability to do so. So if you can and you want to, fine. But don't do that within a supposedly committed relationship. You know? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it while hurting other people. There are ways and means of doing it without hurting other people. And I think, maybe this is an example where MPD doesn't necessarily want to hurt people. It just gets okay with doing it. Right? Like if we felt that we could fulfill the needs we feel we have and not hurt people, then we'd happily do that. But we feel like we can't, so we do it anyway. It's a complicated thing, isn't it? I suppose. After all, it's not really. It's all just juvenile behavior. It's childishness. It's fear. It's worry about not being good enough, about how we're seen by others, about how we're judged by others. And our relationship that we're in can be as much of a thing to judge us as the clothes we wear, the job we work, or the car we drive. And it's something we worry about and constantly fret over it being good enough. You know? And if you've been unlucky enough to encounter us in this state, I am truly sorry, because it's horrible. And I'm truly sorry if you were blamed for it. You know, because like I say, we can do that. It deflects. It makes us feel better about what we've done. We can justify it in some way. If we can make it be your fault. And the truth is, it's not your fault. And I think the best thing that you can do is get away from the person that did that to you. Don't keep giving them the chance to hurt you. And if you are the person who's done the cheating, then, you know, dude, I always assume I'm talking to a man. I'm sorry. You know, you need to assess where you are. And maybe you do need to take a step back from things and look at why you were doing this. What is really driving that? What is really driving you to do that? You know, if it is as simple as you just enjoy being with a lot of people, okay, then do me a favor and just don't get into a relationship that you lie about it being a monogamous relationship, right? Do me that favor. Do we have to have a debate over that being wrong? Of course we don't. You know that that's wrong, right? So just do that. But if that's not what it is, then you're still the problem in your relationships, right? That whatever relationship you're in, you're still the problem. It's going to follow you because you are you, right? You is you. And you need to figure out why you're doing this. What is your particular driving factor, right? I remember on the times when I did it, there was a fear of missing out. There was the narcissistic hit of, yeah, I can do this. Woohoo. But that was when I was 18. And I've been able to leave that behind. You know, because that's the right thing to do. That's the mature thing to do. You know, and like I say, if you want to do it, fine, but you don't need to hurt somebody to do it. I hope I'm in some way helpful today. Go and check out my other videos. There's lots of NPD and BPD ones. Hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, please. Really help me out. I've got a new Patreon video going up today or tomorrow. It's a hypersexuality and BPD one that I think will be squashed if I put it on YouTube. I've already said words in this episode that I think will do it down anyway. So whatever, pop on over to my Patreon, hit the YouTube membership thing. It really helps me out. Thank you ever so much to you all. And also I have one-to-ones available if you want some peer support. Just talk to someone who's got BPD and NPD, perhaps like you. Then you can book those at earlymorningbarking.com. You take care. I love you all lots. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.